put on purple lipstick today, but then I also like chose a purple shirt, and the lipstick kind of looks blue on camera, so I don't know if I like it, but I don't want to change it, so oh well. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be showing you guys some must-see TV shows that are currently on Netflix. So if you have just like finished a series or you just don't know what to watch, then keep on watching this video to get some ideas. When I'm watching Netflix, I like to choose a show that's like I either watch for the plot, or sometimes like I also like to just have shows to watch like when I'm doing like chores, or like if I'm getting ready in the morning or something like that, that I can just kind of put on that's interesting. Maybe I've seen it before, but I don't have to be like watching it in order to keep up with the storyline. So I'm first going to tell you guys about the ones that like I love watching for the plot. And so the first one for that is Vampire Diaries. Vampire Diaries is about this teenage girl named Elena, and then two brothers who are vampires, and then it's just like a bunch of drama and twists, and it has vampires and werewolves and witches, and it's just a really good show. And I've watched it all the way through twice. There are 8 seasons on Netflix, and I think they have 22 episodes, and they're like 40-minute long episodes. So if you watch it, you're in for the long haul, but it's really good and you won't be disappointed. The spin-off of the Vampire Diaries, which is called The Originals, is my second show. You don't have to see the Vampire Diaries to understand The Originals, and so it takes place in the same world, but it's completely different stories. It's about the very first vampires in history, but it's like in modern day, and there are 4 seasons of that on Netflix, and it's still currently airing right now, so there'll be more seasons. But it's a really good show. It's kind of like the same if you like vampires and all that like mystical stuff. It's really interesting to watch. The third show that I like to watch on Netflix is Riverdale, which is new. I really like it. It's, again, I don't know if you can tell, but I like dramatic TV shows that have like lots of twists and turns, because I get like bored very easily. So then like when TV shows are like fast paced and constantly have twists and turns that I'm not expecting, I really enjoy that, and it keeps me interested. The first 2 seasons are on Netflix right now, and then it's based on the comic book series Archie, but it's like a darker version of that, and it's really interesting. If you don't like darker shows, then you probably shouldn't watch that one, because it deals with like more, well, it doesn't really deal with issues, but it's like it just has like a darker vibe in it, but again, I enjoy watching that. And then the last like kind of dramatic TV show that I like watching is Dynasty, and I just finished watching this like 2 nights ago. It only has 1 season on Netflix right now, but they're filming the second one, and oh my gosh, I watched this entire season, which has 22 episodes, 40 minutes each, in like 4 days. It was so good. And the reason that I first started watching it is because I watched Victorious when I was younger, and Elizabeth Gillies, who plays Jade, she plays Jade, and Victorious plays the main character in Dynasty, so I was like, well, I might as well watch it, and it was so good. It's about this family, the super rich family in Energy, and then the main character, it's like when she goes back home, she's been away for a while because she's expecting her dad, who owns the company, to give her a job, but then he gives it to his new wife that he's marrying instead. There's a ton of drama in it, and the season finale, I watched it and I finished it, and I was just staring there, and I was like, what just happened? It was amazing, and I can't wait for the second season to come out, because it was so good, and I just want more of it, and I can't wait. So The Carrie Diaries is the next show, and there are 2 seasons on Netflix. There's only 2 seasons, which kind of sucks because it was a really great show, but then it ended after 2 seasons. But it's like everything wraps up, and it's not like you're left up with a cliffhanger. But it's the prequel to Sex and the City, and so it's about Carrie Bradshaw, and so she gets an internship in New York City, but she doesn't live in the city, but then she'll like take the train there, and it's just about her life. She's in high school, so then it's about like boys and her job and her family, and it's set in the 80s, I believe. My favorite show ever is Jane the Virgin. It is so good. Like the telenovela, and then but it's about this girl Jane who's decided to save herself until marriage, but one day she goes to the doctors or the OBGYN, and then she gets accidentally artificially inseminated, and then so she becomes pregnant without ever having sex, and then so then it's like the story of her life, and it has her grandma, her mom, her dad, and it's just hilarious, and I'm constantly laughing. The show is also narrated by just like this Latin guy who we never see and we don't know, but his voice and just getting his perspective, it's really funny. And so out of all of the shows that I've recommended to you today, I recommend Jane the Virgin the most because it's just amazing, and there's nothing else I can say besides it's amazing. Those are like all of the shows that I like to watch for like the plot and when I'm like, oh, I want something interesting and I want to be entertained. And then I have 2 other shows that I like to watch that like I said earlier, I'll put on when I'm doing something else. Sometimes like I'll just watch them by themselves, but like when I'm doing something and I'm like, oh, like I want something like background noise or something to distract me, this is what I'll watch. The first is Queer Eye, and it's like the new version of Queer Eye that they did on Netflix, and they actually just released the 2nd season like 2 days ago, and it's about these 4 gay guys, 4, 5, I think 4. These 4 gay guys who they go to straight guys who aren't confident, they don't know how to dress themselves. Their life is just kind of not great. Well, they have a good life, but they're not really put together. And then they like do their clothes, show them how to take care of their hair, their skin, they redo their apartment, and then through all this, it's just kind of like they get the like emotional side of it too, and it's like it's all wrapped up in one episode, and it just shows like how these people come into their lives and transform them, and it's really cute and funny, and sometimes it makes you cry because like at the end after the makeover and these guys are like, thank you so much for everything that you've done. Sometimes I cry when I watch it, but it's okay, it's really good. And they're short episodes too. The last must-watch show that I have for you on Netflix is New Girl. New Girl, let me tell you, it's just so funny. So it's about this girl named Jess who in the very beginning she goes, her boyfriend cheats on her, so then she moves out, and then she decides to move in a loft with 4 other guys. So it's Jess, Winston, Schmidt, Nick, and Coach. And then so it's just like they're all 20-minute episodes or like 30-minute episodes. So they're all standalone episodes, and then they're all these like just quirky characters that you like, they all have like their like funny things. And it's just super entertaining to watch, and like I watched it earlier while I was putting on my makeup today, and they're the perfect length, and they just like always make me laugh. So that's why I love watching New Girl. Alright, so those were all of the shows that I had that were recommendations. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and if you enjoyed this, please let me know. I could do must-watch movies. If that's something you want to see, let me know down in the comments. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until then, I will see you next Monday. Bye. What?